maternity units, and he published the list. Can he assure the House that, in line with his promise, all these services have been protected?
I'm very glad the honourable gentleman has mentioned the NHS, because I think before we go any further, he needs to clear something up. He has now been asked 9 times whether he made the disgraceful remarks about weaponising the NHS. Now, I think everyone in this House, and I suspect everyone in this country, knows he made those remarks, so he should get up at that dispatch box, he should apologise for this appalling remark, and then we can take this debate forward.
The only person who should be apologising is this Prime Minister, who has broken all his promises on the National Health Service. And he didn't give us an answer, did he?
Nick Robinson, the political editor of the BBC, said this, and I'm going to quote it however long it takes, Mr. Speaker. A phrase the Labour leader uses in private is that he wants to, and I quote, weaponise the NHS for politics. Will he now get to that dispatch box and apologise for this appalling remark?
This is a ridiculous smokescreen from a Prime Minister running from his record on the NHS.
I tell him my record on the NHS, 9,000 more doctors, 6,000 more nurses, hospital-acquired infections right down, investment in our health service up. But people rightly want to know what his motives are when it comes to the NHS. Now, if his motives are that he cares about this great national institution, fine. But he told the editor of the political editor of the BBC he wanted to weaponise the NHS. So I ask him again, get up there and withdraw.
I'll tell him what my motive is to rescue the National Health Service from this Tory government. We know this Prime Minister is in a hole on the NHS, and this is all he can offer the British people. It's time we had some answers from him.
99 days to go before the election, and they can't even have a sensible policy on the NHS. What a completely useless opposition.
99 days to kick out a Prime Minister who has broken all his promises on the National Health Service. And today's revelation shows once again the NHS under him is in crisis and under strain. It's a crisis of his making, on his watch, and that's why nobody will trust him with the NHS ever again.
We've seen Labour casting around for a coalition with the SNP, a coalition with Sinn Féin. The first time in Britain you'd have people who want to break up Britain or bankrupt Britain. What a useless shower.